Hey guys, it's time to have a look at another Ocean arcade conversion on the Speccy, and a pretty good one, I hope. Haven't played it myself yet. Operation Wolf, published by Ocean Software in '88. And as usual, we have cover art by Bob Wakelin. Looks really awesome. Not sure what photographic references he used there. I don't really recognize any of these three poses of the soldier. But it looks really nice, and I'm sure it helped to sell many copies of the game. And this sold very well for Ocean, and I think they converted it to pretty much any viable home system at the time. And I'm sure they would have tried to convert it to the ZX81 if they had believed it would sell. And the game is, of course, based on the arcade game developed and published by Taito in 1987. And I do believe this was one of the highest grossing arcade games of 1988. And Japanese Game Machine listed Operation Wolf in its December 87 issue as the second most successful upright cockpit arcade cabinet of the month. And it also won the British Golden Joystick Award for Game of the Year in 1988. And anyone seeing the arcade cabinet for this one in the arcades back in the day would probably have been pretty interested, because the game had an Uzi attached to it. I mean, not a real one, but it was a light gun game, so it had a replica of the Uzi attached to it. And I think there were two-player versions as well, or am I misremembering that had like two Uzis? Not quite sure, but it looked pretty damn cool. So enough said about that, let's just dive into the Speccy version. Real nice looking loading screen, nice use of colors, and we even get the graphics from the arcade game, these kind of small Polaroid sized graphics. Look rather nice, if maybe a bit oversaturated. And there's some beeper music. It does sound vaguely familiar. Is this the arcade music? I haven't really played it that much, so I don't really know, but yeah, it sounds familiar. And we have a cheat that I'm going to try to use here that is a bit of a pain in the arse to make work. You need to start the game, and on the communication setup screen you need to hold up Give Up, all the keys that make up Give Up simultaneously. And then this screen should flash and you get a way to skip. I'm going to give it a try and see if I can get it done. It's not easy because you don't have a lot of time. Ah, there we go. Got it done. So now we're supposed to be able to just press T to skip a level. There we are. Operation Wolf on the Spectrum. Quite insane. And of course we use hold fire button to detonate our grenades, you know, the smart bombs. It's really a pain in the ass because I tend to do it by mistake. But hey, what you're gonna do? As you can see, the graphics are quite monochrome. Oops, I think I shot some nurses. I'm sorry about that. That truly was not my intention. I shot some more nurses just because everything is just monochromatic. But as you can see, the graphics do look rather nice, especially the ones, close up, the big sprites. Looks really nice. Quite clear, and it actually runs better than the ST version, I would say, which was quite choppy and slow. And this just is much, much, much smoother. A bit lacking in the sounds department. I don't know if there's a 128K version. I suspect there might be. Let's continue. Let's try and murder less nurses this time, right? And I think I've already wasted a grenade. And the big sprites in front, you know, the big guy that rolls in, they're obviously on roller skates. Oops, sorry about that, nurses. Or maybe on e-bikes. That makes more sense, right? Modernizing the game a bit. And I'm using a joystick, and it's not super easy aiming here. And I do believe the game does support a light gun. Not sure which one. Maybe the Trojan one. But don't know too much about that anyway, because yeah, I never had one. I would have been very excited to have a light gun. But honestly, I don't think they were that great. It's probably not running that well on a poor Spectrum and my tiny black and white TV that I used for my Spectrum. Okay, I got a high score. Good times. Yeah, it's pretty hard I must say. And if you want to start the game with Kempston, you need to hold down Kempston and press fire at the same time, which is pretty damn annoying. And I'm just going to skip this level and go straight to the second one and check it out. I think it's the jungle. Of course, we don't get the awesome interlude screens that are in the arcade game or on the 16-bit versions. And I'm playing this on a real Spectrum and using a Div MMC, and the loading from tape just works. That's very nice. I wasn't quite aware of that. So here we are in the jungle. Let's see if we can not waste my grenades this time, but it's really hard to not do that when you're smashing the button really quickly. And it's all... Oh, I think I murdered someone that I shouldn't murder, but hey, such is life. Yeah, this is a very good life simulator, this game. Getting paid for murdering people. Just like the real world, right? It's quite sad, I guess. But let's kill pixels instead. That makes more sense to me. And we have limited ammo, of course, so we need to pick up ammo and grenades. And yeah, the game runs really smoothly. There's not a lot of variation to the graphics, and I think the sprites are much the same. Between levels, I'm sure there's going to be something new eventually. But they look very samey compared to the first level. Quite incredible that you can get Operation Wolf running on the Spectrum. And I do mean that. I mean, not literally. It's not exactly the same game, but it's quite fun. And I think I would have been quite into this. Oh, there's no boss fight. That's a bit sad. Kill all the enemies and take a rest. Okay, I love those orders. And we've got some variation in the graphics there, looking nice. Let's see if we can use my... No. For some reason I couldn't use my grenade there. Am I missing something? And these levels seems a little bit easier than the first one. I'm not sure why. There's still not much variation in the big sprites here. Yeah, well, I suppose I can't ask for too much. And there we go. Sustained a lethal injury. Sorry, but you are finished here. Let's continue and let's skip this stage and check out the fourth one. The village is freed and recovered from damage. Really? I did a pretty good job of leveling it. And I'm not entirely sure if all the levels are here. I don't remember how many levels the arcade version has. Is it 8? Maybe. Oh, we got some new big sprites here. And they keep chucking grenades. It's not very nice. Please. Ah, yeah. Ah, that's nice. You get the... When you shoot the guy in the head, you get that kind of... Yeah, he holds his head in pain. Or in death, maybe, rather. That's pretty nice. And it's getting pretty tricky. And I immediately use my grenade. They just vanish. It's so dumb. I don't know if you can set it up differently. I suppose you could control it with keyboard and set it up so you have a dedicated key to use the grenades. And there we go. Boom. You have sustained a lethal injury. Sorry, but you are finished. Here. But maybe not there. Okay, let's check out the concentration camp, where I think I need to save some actual hostages and not just shoot them in the face like before. And we're now scrolling left. Nice with some variation here. Seems to be less enemies, but I'm cool with that. Oh, I think that was a hostage though. Oh man, you look like a soldier, I'm sorry. It's not easy. Or a zombie even. Well, I saved one, that's good. Oh, God, I don't know if you fail completely if you kill enough of them. Probably. I've saved 2, I think, now. Oh, there's another one. Let's not shoot him in the legs or face or any other body part for that matter. Now, I think you can, if you use your grenades, you can murder them as well, so that's not good. And I think they will always run right to left, right? Hopefully. It's awfully quiet sometimes here, but I'm cool with that. And I don't have to murder my joystick as much. I'm always really nervous about killing these guys by mistake here. So let's be super duper careful. Doesn't seem to be many other hostages here though. Come on, guys, where are you? Don't just abandon me here. These helicopters are very, very sturdy. Oh, yeah, this is tricky. I'm finished here again, but I've got to continue, so let's just go to the next map and check it out. So we are arriving at the airport, so we can get the hell out of here. Oh, nice. I don't think I've seen this level in the arcade. Better pick up some audio cassettes. Or maybe that's ammo, I'm not sure. It looks like audio cassettes for some reason. Maybe someone's been reusing sprites. Yes, some of the vehicles are a bit tough, I must admit. Wonder if I can hold the button, fire button? No, I can't. Need to smash it. I like that it's pretty easy to get the grenades. It's not too difficult. In the SD version, it was pretty damn hopeless shooting the grenades and the knives because it was just pretty laggy. This is running much smoother, which is kind of sad. I mean, it's impressive, of course, given that this is a Spectrum, but one would imagine that the SD would be more capable of running the game. Also, I had some problems with controller input on the SD version, but that might have been due to emulation, because I think I emulated the game and didn't use it. I didn't use my real SD, and there we go, dead again. Sorry, but I'm finished again. And with that, I think we're going to call it quits. And I have to say, this is a really nice conversion of Operation Wolf, and I would definitely have been into this back in the day. But hey, let's see what some other people thought about it. Your Sinclair was appropriately impressed and awarded the game a Your Sinclair Mega Game and gave it 9 out of 10. And they wrote, beg, steal or borrow a copy of this game if you really enjoy a bit of mindless violence on your machine. And they also mentioned that the airport is the final level of the game, so I think there's a few levels missing compared to the arcade if I'm not mistaken. Sinclair User was equally impressed and awarded the game a Sinclair User Classic and awarded it 90%. And they wrote, virtually flawless, addictive, violent and unsound, one for everyone's Christmas list. And they also wrote, it's undoubtedly a fantastic conversion of a marvelous arcade game. There's even a continue option available for once per game, which allows you to carry on the mission from the next level you reached. You'll need it. And yes, the game is a bit tricky. And the one thing they complained about is the lack of sound. But I think I would have gotten used to no sound. You were kind of already used to it, so rather have the game run a little bit better, and the game ran very well, I must say. And with that, I'm just going to say thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and as always, hope to catch you next time. Cheers!